What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Fourth and Wrong podcast. I am one of your hosts, Marshall, along with Dallas, Donnie, and Colin. We have finished up the AFC and NFC Championships games. We are on to the Super Bowl. Obviously, we have a week in between for the Pro Bowl week, if you can call it that anymore. But we obviously are going to talk about the championship games, and then we will talk about some of the head coaching hires, and then couple of other things. And we'll no predictions for future games today. We'll do our Super Bowl predictions on the next podcast. So we'll just touch on the NFC and AFC Championship games. First was the AFC Championship game. We
We can pick the
had,
Pro Bowl.
yeah, okay, you go first. AFC Championship game, we had the Patriots versus the Jared Stidham Broncos in a game that was pretty clear, just a little cold all the way up until midway through the third quarter, and then it turned into a crazy snowstorm,
A
and the whole
blizzard,
field was
yeah.
covered by the fourth quarter. So it was a crazy game to watch. Basically all defense. I mean, can't really expect much. Jared Stidham coming in there, backup quarterback, backup running back. Yeah, very just kind of defensive game. Patriots ended up getting the win. Jared Stidham had one final drive to see if he could make a crazy play, and he just threw it up into double coverage, and it got picked off. So, not the way the Broncos fans probably wanted to see their season end. But I mean, with your quarterback going down, at least there's that thought in your mind, like, oh, we would have won if we had Bo Nix, which, who knows if that'll ever be true. But yeah, just kind of just an average game. But the Patriots get to move on and go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, no, this game's tough because I feel like both obviously both of these teams are defensive driven in this playoff run. Broncos overall. Drake May hasn't been playing his best, and in my opinion, this might be a hot take. I think Sean Payton deserves the main blame for why they lost this game. And I'm gonna explain why. Two separate situations. You have um the hype of Jared Stidham by this man Sean Payton. The fact that he's telling his fans, you guys are gonna have 2 weeks to rest before the Super Bowl, basically guaranteeing a win with a backup quarterback. And I think he kind of just overinflated Jared Stidham's like belief in himself almost. And I feel like that was a big part of the problem because at the end of the day, Jared Stidham's a backup quarterback, and yes, you want to show you're confident in your backup quarterback, but he was basically saying like he was as good as Bo Nix, if not better in some ways. So I feel like that's a little bit of the blame. Another part of the blame I'm gonna give to his clock management at the very end of the game, that Jared Stidham interception. He decided to do a late substitution, and because of that, the Patriots, Mike Vrabel, being a mastermind at these late game situations, we know earlier in his career in Tennessee, he had that back and forth with Bill Belichick. This time, with the late substitution, Vrabel said, you know what? I'm going to also do a substitution because he has that right. And of course, the offense cannot do a snap until that substitution is met. They take their sweet time because they can to do the substitution. By the time Jared Stidham gets that snap off, there's 1 second left on the play clock. And of course, he just chucks it down. Christian Gonzalez gets that interception. I think those two factors, in my opinion, are why the Broncos lost this game.
Yeah,
One
I kind of agree with what you're
thing
saying there. Go ahead, Donnie.
you didn't bring up what I thought you were going to bring up, the fourth down when they went for it, up
Yeah,
seven
I
in
thought
field
about
goal
that.
range.
I thought about that for sure.
At
I
that at that point, in the game, the Patriots had, I believe it was 12 plays for 12 total yards. It
yeah,
was it was they. I don't even think. I think they might have had a first down. I don't even think they had a first down.
yeah,
But
I definitely thought about including that. I do see the logic in if you score two touchdowns, you have all the momentum in the world. And granted, you still have a two-score lead if you score a field goal. I think two touchdowns versus a touchdown and a field goal might have been like the dagger already. So I get the logic. I can see him getting the blame for that for sure. I'm kind of indifferent about that decision. I like the aggression. Obviously, it did cost them in the long run, but I mean,
I
it was kind of
I
50.
think I think that's it was bad because one, you decide to throw it with a backup quarterback, and yes, you have confidence in Jared Stidham, but like I
I
wouldn't trust that much. And then the other thing is he seemed very, like, in this post game presser he talked about it a little bit. He seemed very unprepared for, or not unprepared, but unaware that the weather was going to get that bad
Yeah, I can't have that
late in the
happen.
game. If you're a prepared coach and you understand, like, hey, at halftime, like this is going to turn into a shit show. I think you take the points, you say, hey, double digit lead, we'll try to fend them off. And if you have a field goal or a touchdown lead, once that snow hit, like we saw, once the snow hit, nothing happened. So, like,
Yeah.
if you could have just, I think he should have been more prepared. Like, hey, we're playing until halftime. Once we get to half, we're up a field goal, we'll fucking take it and roll the dice. But yeah, it was not. I don't know. I like that he kind of hyped up Jared Stidham because, like, what else are you supposed to do? You know what I mean? Like, I think running the risk of overhyping him in that situation is better than him being like, well, we're just gonna go out there and see what happens. You know what I mean? I'd rather him try to like prop him up than
Yeah, you got to have faith in your guy. You can't knock him down, but also, yeah, I just think, I don't know. I think the Broncos were kind of just not in the right. I think Sean Payton did get a little too cocky, but I don't know. It's really hard to say because when you lose them, I mean, if they would have lost them at the beginning of the playoffs and maybe had a game where they could have had Jared Stidham, but I mean, the man hadn't played a regular season game since 2023, so
Yeah, that's.
it's
he
yeah,
didn't hype
it's
him up enough. I think he should.
so
I think he should have guaranteed a win.
I mean, he basically
Ron
did,
he
saying his
guaranteed.
did,
fan,
he
his
did.
fans, hey, you guys got 2 weeks to prepare for the Super Bowl, fans. Get
He
ready.
didn't do. He didn't do the Joe Namath. We're gonna win the game. I guarantee it. Anything short of that is not a guarantee.
Nobody else but Joe Namath can do that.
The Patriots,
Came out with a bet. I bet a million on the Broncos to win this game. Then he gets suspended.
I mean, all props to the Patriots for making it to the Super Bowl, but their ride to the Super Bowl has been nothing but a cakewalk. I mean, they beat the same amount of above 500 teams that the Giants did, and the Giants have the second or third
I was
overall
gonna
pick,
say, like,
which
how
is
how do
which
you
is
feel about the people
wild.
that are saying that this is like a Mickey Mouse run?
I don't think Mickey Mouse. I'm just saying it is a cakewalk. Like you beat
I,
the same amount of above 500 teams as the Giants, and then in the playoffs you get
you get three top five defenses.
I was gonna
Also,
say
I did see a graphic earlier from CBS that everybody they played except for three teams, those three teams are Carolina, New Orleans, and Cincinnati. Everybody else that they played this season has made some sort of coaching change after losing
yeah.
to them.
I did see that. Yeah.
Fucking
I
wild.
I could agree. Like regular season, they had an easy schedule because statistically they did have one of the easiest schedules of this
I mean,
century.
they had a last place schedule. They were
Yeah,
last place in
yeah.
the AFC East. Well, not
But
last place. They were second to
I think
last,
it was
but
like I think it was like the ninth easiest schedule like since like the 70s. Like it wasn't easy. It was like historically easy. But I mean,
yeah,
the 99 Rams had I
you still
think
got to win
the
the game
second.
that's in front of you when they did. They walked into Denver.
Chargers
They
are
won that
just
game.
Chargers are, they're okay. And then obviously the Texans, they've got the good defense, but again, just with how bad their offense was. The Broncos, I know it's a big defense, but like you are like playing a backup quarterback. So I feel like if Bo Nix is in that game, I do feel like it's a different story. I mean, I definitely don't think that pick at the end of the game happens, and at least something is made out of it. So,
I will
um,
say, I feel like for Super Bowl runs, nobody ever talks about who they played up
it's
until the
fair.
Super Bowl. And like revisionist history, these are they're going to be playing four top five defenses if they if they win the Super Bowl.
If they win, all
They would have
props.
beaten the Chargers with the number five defense, the Texans with the number one defense, Denver with the number two defense, and I think Seattle's the number three defense. If they win,
If
like
they win, it's definitely all props.
Yeah,
I absolutely because like I just my thing is obvious like which you're right. And honestly, I'm not going to use it against them as much as like you think I might, but obviously we all know and everybody knows that the Seahawks road to the Super Bowl versus the Patriots road to the Super Bowl, there's a massive difference
Oh,
between
100%.
divisions team played and then just what they did in the playoffs. Like a huge difference. I mean, the NFC West was probably the best division in football this year. So, it's just like when you look at both teams, okay, what did they have to do and then what did they have to do?
yeah,
What
but
the
I mean,
Seahawks had to do is like, whoa, like the
yeah,
teams they
yeah,
had
but I mean,
to play.
the Patriots had to play a harder playoff schedule. Like, yeah, the Seahawks definitely had a tougher regular
Mm,
season, but I mean, Seattle got to play the 49ers,
banged up 49ers, yeah.
who were
yeah.
a shell at that point. And then, yeah, they did beat, I mean, what might end up being the second best team in the league in the Rams. And, like, yeah, that definitely holds a lot of weight. But, like Dallas said, they faced three top five defenses to get
Again,
here.
it's more or less the
And
Broncos,
especially because a
having
lot
the
of the
backup quarterback. So it's
And
just,
that one's kind of an outlier, but, like, the
I
Texans
but like you can't
able to
deny that the
cover
Seahawks had a harder road getting to the Super Bowl than the
I
Patriots.
think especially considering
regular
that a
season.
lot of the talk
When you say
about
road to the
New
Super Bowl, I
England
think the
and like
playoffs.
being
So,
carried I think that especially considering that a lot of the talk about New England stems from Drake May and whether or not he's legit because of how easy of a schedule they had this year, the fact that they've made it there facing, like Dallas said, those tough defenses, I think says a lot. Obviously, it's been ugly, like 10-7. Drake May, I don't even think got 100 yards in this game.
No.
He had that rushing
He had
touchdown,
like
but
80 yards in the ground, 80 yards in the air. So he
yeah,
had a good
It's
game.
funny because like I'm gonna say this, but then you're gonna hear it. Like I think in terms of the public, Drake May is probably overrated, but it's only because people are saying he's MVP. If anyone says he's
I think
second
for
in MVP,
regular season,
if
like
you say he's second in MVP voting, I absolutely agree. He had an amazing year. But when I hear people say he's MVP, I'm like, he's just not MVP.
I mean, I don't after the finish to the regular season, I don't think it's close between him and Matthew Stafford.
No,
I think
and it
I,
should, but I'm just saying, I hear a lot of people, he is the MVP. It's like, he's just not.
I think it's just the fact that his supporting cast isn't the Los Angeles Rams
That's
supporting
true.
cast. I think that's the biggest thing for Drake
Yeah, but a
May.
big thing I think that this playoff showed is people like act like when you talk to somebody who thought May was MVP, made it sound he was out there with like a school level or in like offensive. I think the playoffs has shown like his offensive counterparts are not bad. They may not be top 5, but like he has above average weapons. His offensive line is good, not great.
I would think the
His
running
wide
backs are
receivers good,
decently
not great.
equal. The
He has-
running backs
he
are
has
decently equal, but the wide receivers are. That's I could understand that because that is definitely a big difference. I mean, I think Devontae
Tayshaun
Adams
Booty.
is. I mean, like Devontae Adams, their number 2 is way better than the number 1 for the Patriots. But
it's
but
definitely
I think the running backs are pretty equal.
yeah, Stafford definitely had more wide receiver talent, but like I don't know.
But
I
then
don't
you
think it
also
was
got to
like
add in.
I don't think it was
I
like
think
Stafford had
Hunter.
the best weapons in the league and Drake May had like me out there. It's like
People
no, they're
also
like Stafford's here, May's like here. Like it's not
like
crazy.
I think like in terms of weapons, like Devontae and Puka are like top of the line, and then the Patriots wide receiver core is like bottom of the line. But you also got like I think Hunter Henry is a great tight end,
I don't
and
think
Tyler Higbee did not play for almost all season, so you got that going for him is that their tight ends was a lot better. So that gives them at least because Hunter Henry definitely is better and had a better season than any of the Rams tight ends did. So
yeah.
that's given them at least that.
When God damn, I totally forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, talking about the schedule thing, I saw something I 100% agree with it. I don't think the schedule, like them having an easy road, will ever be brought up like historically or like after the Super Bowl unless one specific thing happens. If they go in and they like Seattle clocks them, like it is like 49-3, and it's just you know what I mean, like they beat the brakes off them. Then
On the
that
board.
might be what happens.
if that happens, everybody's gonna look back and say, okay, yeah, they faced an easy schedule. They faced 3 teams in the playoffs that had great defenses but had no offense. Like then there will be revisionist history. But if they lose like a field goal touchdown game, or if they win, obviously, like I don't think anybody's gonna discredit them.
You
Yeah,
know,
they had an easy road, but like there hasn't been a Super Bowl champion of my lifetime that didn't have a lucky break. You know what I mean? Like you can
you
look at
know,
every Super Bowl team and be like, well, they got a lucky bounce here. This is why this happened. It always happens.
on the topic.
Lucky break was their schedule.
I know the Lions fans have had a bit of a rough season and off season, but shout out Vikings fans who are all in piss because now their quarterback from last year is now the Super Bowl favorite and the Super Bowl MVP favorite a year after they get rid of him. That's got to be at least a little sickening that they decided to walk from Sam Darnold.
Jets and Vikings fans are in piss right now.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, you can't live that one down. You know what's funny is I saw a thing that Sam Darnold's, which we don't remember this, but Sam Darnold's first NFL pass was a pick six to Quandre Diggs, who is now on the Seattle Seahawks going to the Super Bowl with Sam Darnold.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't realize Quandre Diggs was still playing.
He actually left.
Yeah,
He left
crazy.
Seattle 2 years ago. Went to the Titans, and he came back this year for a depth piece when they lost one of their safeties. Because I didn't think he would. I thought because I literally was like, I swear he left like 2 years ago. But apparently he came back this last offseason to fill in a
That makes
depth
sense.
piece. So he's on the team and he plays. So
Yeah.
hey, shout out Quandre Diggs.
I got to bring up a couple of things that I saw now. Means we're in the middle of Sam Darnold talk. I saw somebody tweet out if Sam Darnold prevents the Patriots from winning the Super Bowl, I'd argue he was worth the number 3 pick for the Jets in 20.
Yeah, I did
It's
see
like-
that too. I thought that was funny.
that's kind of valid. Like
Jets
that
fans
is-
are like, yes, but no, but
if
fuck.
the Lions drafted a bust and a decade later he stopped the Packers from winning the Super Bowl, I'd be like, all right, I'll take
You
it.
know what? It might be because those
Um,
Jets fans are sick.
Yeah. The or pretty much we transitioned into Rams Seahawks.
Yeah, I mean we could go right in NFC Championship, Rams Seahawks.
Shout
Obviously,
out K9.
Shout out.
Shout out.
MSU
um,
legend.
MSU legend.
a very different type of game, a lot of offense, and a very high powering game. Was very exciting. Rams, shout out Rams and Seahawks though for putting on some great games this year. Cinema. I mean, the first game wasn't all that great, but the second game and then this playoff game were absolutely amazing.
Between the 3 meetings of Rams Seahawks, this is one of my things. Between their 3 meetings, they were separated by 3 total points between the 3 games. They were separated by less than 90 total yards. The Seattle had 8 more first downs in the 3 games, and one turnover or one playoff turnover decided pretty much the NFC Championship in the muffed punt. I'll say something else.
It was that game was I mean it was looking there was a muff pump by the Rams. Then Tariq Woolen, he was over on the sidelines chirping and basically ruined one of the Seahawks drives. Or not their drive, but moved the Rams up. And yeah,
I thought
just
that might have been like it. Honestly, I was like, damn, I was really about to win this game because of that.
He's
think
very lucky.
I think the muff punt and then the Tariq Woolen penalty leading to the touchdown kind of off balanced each other in a way. Like I
kind of, but not kind of, but like the difference would be like the Rams were like, yeah, they both resulted in a 1-play touchdown after, and like I understand that. But like when it happened to the Rams, like that game was a true 50-50, Rams getting the ball back. That made it so the Rams were behind the 8 ball for the rest of the game. And then yeah, like the taunting penalty helped with the comeback, but I just think that happening early and like swinging the momentum in Seattle's favor early, and then fucking McVay at the end of the first half, because I kind of look at that and the muff punt kind of together. I think both of those ended up fucking the Rams more than what they got benefited from that penalty.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was a crazy game. The Seahawks have been lights out all year. Obviously getting the #1 seed, and now Sam Darnold gets to go to the Super Bowl. JSN having an unbelievable season. Shout out Kenneth Walker, carrying the running back core and getting to go to the Super Bowl as well.
Not shout out Kenneth Walker when Sam Darnold was the most important player for them.
This man Sam Darnold was going bar for bar with this man Stafford. And
yeah, I keep seeing a lot of pundits say like Darnold outplayed Stafford. I don't even think you can describe it like that. I think it's more like, yeah, Darnold matched him for like 100%. Like every time Stafford did something, Darnold came right back. So I don't know. I
will say, oh, go ahead, Donnie. You can finish it.
Oh, you're good.
I was gonna say the only thing I would hold against Stafford was his third down completion percentage.
That's one of the stats I have.
Go ahead and read the stat out, Donnie.
It's not so on 3rd and 4th down in the game, Darnold went 6 for 9 and 102 yards. Now, given the Rams don't get into a lot of third downs, that's like what they said on the broadcast. Like they don't have a great percentage, but they don't get there a lot. First, second down, they convert. Stafford ended up going 0 for 7 with 0 passing yards. That's the only time in his entire career he had no completions on 3rd or 4th down in a game. Like I said, they went for. He only had 7 attempts, so it's not like, you know what I mean? It's not like he had a shit ton. I mean, Darnold only had 9, so like they were living on 1st and 2nd down both teams all night, pretty much.
Stafford did have a clutch 4th down conversion though. That was actually, it reminded me of the old school when Stafford used to run the ball a little bit.
I saw that man start to take off, and I said,
it was in slow motion.
I can't remember it, but I didn't think he like saw him, or I didn't think he realized like how close he was. I saw him fucking like duck bro and fucking extend for the first down. I lost my shit. I thought the Rams were winning it all. In that moment, I was like, this is it. This is gonna be on his Hall of Fame.
That was a vintage Stafford moment.
It was.
Oh my god, dude, I fucking lost it. Good God. That was.
Yeah. Shout out a big thing for the Seahawks, which helped them, right at the end of the season. At the trade deadline this year, they went and picked up the Saints Rashid Shaheed, and man, he balled out.
I compare that getting Rashid Shaheed as the Rams getting OBJ their Super Bowl run.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
as
he
valuable.
has balled out. He is amazing on
Yeah,
kick and punt returns, and he has been
I would say more
electrical in the
valuable.
receiving core as well. He has been huge. And then shout out, on both sides of these teams, JSN and Puka, probably two wide receivers that have made their way into the top five wide receivers in the NFL
Top
for
four
sure. Yeah,
locked.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
both JSN and Puka are top four receivers in the NFL. JSN had an unbelievable
You
season,
don't even
and you look at these stats. I mean, he's really the only one getting the ball that much. I mean, they're top in yards. It's him with 10 receptions, 150 yards. Then Rashid Shaheed got that one catch for 51 yards. And then K9 is their third leading receiver.
I
So,
needed 25 and he got 50, baby. Let's go.
so yeah, shout out JSN, shout out Puka, both top four receivers going into next year 100%. Both balled out.
Puka's entered that discussion of like you don't even have to say best wide receiver. Like how we kept saying Christian McCaffrey was like the best weapon in football a few years ago when he was younger.
I like this
Like
take.
that
Yeah.
that's how I think of Puka right now. Like the way he blocks and the way he just does everything. So it's like he might not be the best receiver per se, but like I think he is personally. But like you don't have to think he is. But I think he's just like the best weapon, bar none, running the ball, receiving, blocking. Like I just think he's that guy. Before we move on, the Rams game, because I feel like we're wrapping it up. Shout out Matthew Stafford. This is players with multiple 50-plus passing touchdown seasons, including the playoffs.
Yep.
The
Donnie,
whole
Donnie
so fake
tweeted
stat.
about this, Facebooked about this.
So
I
it's
saw
an
this
asterisk
everywhere.
stat. I like it.
I was going to say a fake stat because
An
the
asterisk
playoffs
stat.
don't count for the stat books.
They're separate entity. Donnie's
He's
froze.
He's so shaken. He got
This is
his
a fucking
froze.
stat. What the fuck?
Oh, there's back.
What are you talking about? It's a
It's an asterisk
saying it was
stat.
a fake stat.
Asterisk stat.
Playoff stats don't count towards your stats. Only regular season stats are the ones that are like
Okay, there's a reason it says including playoffs because like it includes the
'cause
playoffs.
it's a
Some
fake
stuff
Yeah, the
says
asterisk.
not
So the
including
asterisk,
playoffs.
including
All right.
playoffs.
Shut the fuck. That is literally the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
I mean, it's
I mean, not
like
really.
It's not. Yes, but it's not the NFL record books. I'm not reading off like most touchdowns in a season in Stafford like that. I'm reading. The
sounds
stat.
like
That
that's
was-
what you're
that
about
was,
to do.
That was the stupidest thing I've ever. Well, playoffs don't count. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. Are they football games? Are they the most important football games? Sorry, didn't realize. My bad.
No,
Yeah,
that's the Hall of
players-
Fame game.
Players
Pro Bowl,
with
man.
multiple 50 passing touchdown seasons all time. Brady did it with the Patriots and the Bucks in 07 and then 2020 2020 respectively. Peyton did it with the Colts and the Broncos 04 and 2013 respectively, and then Stafford did it in 21 and 25 with the Rams. And it's crazy that he's the only one who has like not a gap. You know what I mean? Like the other ones were almost a decade or over a decade apart, and his is just came in a short window. I thought that was crazy, but shout out Matt Stafford. So that basically means Matthew Stafford is the third best quarterback of all time. Kind of crazy.
No, I'm looking at the single season passing touchdown leaders, and
Yeah, it's almost
I
like
have to scroll to see Matthew Stafford.
again, I didn't say NFL word. It is literally strictly most seasons with 50 passing touchdowns.
Shout out K9.
Before we move on, I got one thing.
There's only 3 quarterbacks on this list that have more than 50 is all I'm saying.
Stupidest fucking argument I've ever heard. This is the same guy who can't answer any trivia question outside of Drew Brees and fucking Jim Brown. This is the same guy.
That's so crazy because guess who he's tied with? That's so crazy. Guess who he's
Doesn't
tied with?
understand basic football terminology. The same guy who can't fucking read his ass from a hole in the ground. Shut the fuck up. Ain't no.
Is that
Take
true?
that neon green bullshit Seattle jersey off. That's the
What does that
ugliest
have to do with anything?
by the way, because he's just fucking dumb. I cannot stand his face, his words, the way he talks. I cannot.
We gotta crash out on the Fourth and Wrong podcast.
God, no way. I said seasons with 50-plus passing touchdowns. He said that doesn't count. That doesn't count.
It doesn't
count. Doesn't
Bro,
count.
bro
He
started
threw-
quoting.
he
Kendrick
stood in the
Lamar,
pocket.
man.
He stood in the pocket and threw 50-plus touchdowns multiple times. Doesn't
I'm
count.
just saying
Can't
that
do it.
those 3
Can't count.
quarterbacks that you're lumping him in with have done it without counting the postseason.
Guess what that means? Guess what that means? That means
What?
Stafford had great playoff runs. That's what that would mean.
Not with
Just
Detroit.
Fucking buffoon.
I'm
Good.
just saying that
Fuck.
those 3 quarterbacks that you want to lump him in with did it
Two
without
quarterbacks.
a
It
playoff
was
stat.
Stafford, Manning, Brady. But either way,
Okay,
still counting hard.
still.
Shout out K9.
My last thing about the Rams Seahawks game is going back to JSN. My favorite play of the game was when they lined JSN up in the backfield and basically he ran like the Madden scissors route and
It
scored one of
just
those
didn't get
touchdowns. I just love that play so much. But JSN is actually 83 receiving yards away from having the second most productive wide receiver season of all time, including
crazy doesn't count.
regular season and playoffs.
Yeah, unfortunately,
First, of
I'm
course,
gonna have to
is
Crazy
let
doesn't
you know
Cooper
that
count.
Cup.
doesn't count.
Crazy it doesn't count. I mean, it's a playoff game, so basically nothing matters. The Super Bowl this weekend, next weekend,
Yeah, no,
Doesn't
doesn't
matter.
fucking matter. It ain't.
doesn't
It ain't
matter.
it ain't a fucking late September game. Does it fucking matter?
I wish I would have said mine first, and it would have been fine.
Right, it
Then
would have been
Donnie says
great.
his, and then Colin crashes. Yeah, I wish I would have.
legit.
That crash out would have been 10 times worse if I had taken the JSN stat
Yeah.
at face value and been like, actually, the Matthew Stafford one doesn't
Yeah.
count.
Oh,
I'm
that'd
gonna
been
burn
so
this fucking
great.
podcast to the ground.
Oh,
All right. Moving on. We'll get into some of the new head coaching hires around the NFL. I'll name off a couple. Todd Monken is now the head coach for the Browns. Joe Brady is now the head coach for the Bills. Mike McCarthy is the head coach for the Steelers, and former Michigan defensive coordinator Jesse Minter is now the Ravens head coach. So three AFC North teams getting their head coaches. Um, and then the Bills also getting their head coach. There are still two teams that need head coaches, and that is the Arizona Cardinals and the Las Vegas Raiders. Uh, Obviously, there's still some decent. Brian Dable actually signed offensive coordinator with the Titans, so now they have Robert
Tentative,
Saleh
though.
and Brian
If he gets
Dable on
the
their
Raiders
coaching
job,
staff.
he is gonna be the head coach, obviously, because who wouldn't? But
Yeah,
I
but
cannot. Is it me or does it feel like every team is fucking up like their hire? I feel like every hire has been.
I kind of agree with you.
we haven't even gotten to the
depends.
Browns yet.
Depends.
But like
I
it's
don't.
hard to judge like
The Browns
coaching hires
pissed off their
because
generational defensive coordinator, and now he wants out. He
there's
was
a lot.
content with sticking around in Cleveland,
Yeah.
and now he wants out. You pissed him off. Now he wants out.
bring him back.
I mean,
Oh,
I would be.
I was when we got to it. I
100%.
was. Gonna
Oh,
say,
did you
would
guys see that? Fuck, where did he go? Oh, who did the Falcons sign as their head coach?
Stefanski.
Stefanski, and the Falcons also hired Bob Quinn as senior advisor to the head coach. So you have
What?
Stefanski, and then you have Bob Quinn coming in to advise the head coach.
Shout
The
out
Falcons
Bob Quinn,
are
man.
ruined.
Shout out
He
The
Bob.
never
Quinn.
Falcons are ruined.
I think this happened 2 weeks ago, and we just didn't talk about it. The Baker Kevin Stefanski tweet. I know we all saw. I don't think we talked
Yep.
about it.
No.
No, we did not.
I have a little bit of a hot take. And this is gonna sound crazy because like obviously we don't know him. A big part of me thinks Kevin Stefanski is kind of a piece of shit, and not even solely
I feel
because
like a lot of coaches are pieces of shit.
not even because of like God, I can't. I had this thought, and I can't remember like exactly what I put together, and I was like, yeah, this dude's just a dick. Dude, this is gonna fucking piss me off.
Imagine change of pace. The Falcons trade for Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah,
Stefanski
like,
would
I think
fucking.
that was a part of it. Like he's just kind of an asshole. It's multiple singular incidents like put together, like the Baker thing. Everybody that was like a coach or a pundit, like everybody who has been around football after that broke was like, yeah, like that's kind of fucked up. Like you can't. We understand it's tough. Like that's a tough situation to be in, but you can't just leave a guy out to dry like that. You know what I mean? Like you're supposed to take the bullshit that comes with it, whether you had a part in it or not. Like if you care about a guy 1%, like you should do that just as a man. You know what I mean? There's that, and then there's where Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders as rookies, like when they won games. I actually don't know if they won a game with Dylan Gabriel, but they obviously did with Shedeur. And you just like instead of like wrapping your arms around the guy or trying to be supportive, even if you didn't want Shedeur, which he didn't, but like you just don't give a game ball to the guy and like you know what I mean? Like there's just ways. I feel like a big part of coaching is like being a good like people want to play for you, and it's just like I don't think all these stories we've seen. It's like why the fuck would you want to play for Kevin Stefanski?
So Falcons fans have stuff to look forward to. Obviously, Stefanski was all those years with the Browns. So was Bob Quinn, and actually, he joined the year after the Browns had that crazy run with Baker. And I mean, they've only had one good year since then. It was all because of Flacco. So Falcons bringing in two Browns coaching staff members, one of them basically ruining the Detroit Lions for a couple of years, and the other one is a piece of shit. So good luck, Falcons fans. You don't have a quarterback, really. I mean, Michael Penix didn't play great, and Kirk is being Kirk. So congrats. You have Bijan Robinson.
The main reason Stefanski didn't work in the Browns is because he couldn't figure out the quarterback. So he went to the one job where all you have to do is figure out the quarterback.
Yeah,
I was blown away that he got hired there. That was the wildest. Yeah, and to Marshall's point about Bob Quinn, what did the Eagles, Ohio State, and the Falcons see in the 2020-esque Detroit Lions where they said, we need to bring that guy in? Matt Patricia and Bob Quinn should be exiled from football at all levels for the rest of time. They sucked in every way.
Speaking of Ohio State, Arthur Smith got hired as Ohio State's offensive coordinator. So Matt Patricia, Ryan Day, and Arthur Smith.
Ohio State
that is a hell of a coaching staff.
Ohio State with the fucking triplets of doom and despair. I
think Arthur Smith is a fourth and long legend at this point.
He is. He's in the Hall of Fame.
If I was an Ohio State fan, I would be hanging myself in my front yard after they hired Arthur Smith. That is the worst trio of all time.
Hey, Jeremiah Smith, you're the best receiver in college football. Listen up. We're not going to use you that much. You're actually really not going to get used in your
might want to transfer, honestly.
You are a decoy.
Oh, if I'm Jeremiah Smith, I'm going to,
anywhere.
Yeah.
They're going to bring in a fucking 5'8" walk-on wide receiver who runs a 6-second 40, and he's going to become the main guy in their offense.
Yeah, and you're going to love him. You're going to buy his jersey. That's your type of player. What are you talking about?
That is. I bet he's the first one in, last one out.
It's literally Tom Kennedy.
Not Ohio
State. TK.
This guy's gonna have a shit name like fucking Brad Smith or something.
You're gonna wait until he gets drafted and then you'll buy his jersey.
Maybe.
If he ends up a Lion, you're gonna love him.
Oh, maybe. He better not.
In this hypothetical world, I don't want the Lions to draft him. He can have 3,000 yards. Nope.
Taylor Decker's one of your favorite Lions all time. He went to Ohio State.
I was at the moment. It took me a decade to wrap my arms around Taylor Decker and forget that he went to Ohio State.
What about Jeff Okudah, man? Top Lion of all time.
I hope Jeff Okudah. If you're seeing this right now, working your shift at McDonald's, I want you to know. I hope you're having a bad day.
Still actively in the NFL.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure he.
Yeah, wait, active. Would you call the practice squad and getting fucking water for the actual players active in the NFL?
Funny enough, he is a cornerback for the Minnesota Vikings.
I don't think he's.
Wow, they did great this year. Holy fuck, Jeff Okudah! If you're somehow listening to this, I hope you're having a terrible day. I hope your car doesn't start. And I hope you stub your fucking toe. Go fuck yourself. I hate Jeff Okudah.
Anyways, moving on from coaches, Bill Belichick was announced that he will not be a first ballot Hall of Famer. If we want to talk about top things, dumbest of all time, how is a coach that had 8 Super Bowls, was on one of the greatest dynasties of all time, is not a who is a first ballot Hall of Famer at this point? Like, what is? I feel like he should.
Someone say that it was them basically like making him pay his dues for Spygate.
Yeah, okay.
You're gonna do the same thing to Tom Brady?
Yeah, literally.
Right. Exactly my thought. That was my immediate reaction. Like, okay, so Tom Brady and Gronk aren't gonna get to be first ballot. The NFL.
A Patriots fan I saw on Twitter said this definitely has something, because obviously him and Robert Kraft aren't on good terms. Someone said Robert Kraft definitely paid someone in the NFL to be like, yeah, don't vote for bro. Like, he fucking sucks.
There's 11
people at least.
One that I thought of, like, I immediately thought of that. Obviously, Robert Kraft and owner having pull. Second thing is, like, Bill was notorious for never talking to the media, both national and local. And the people voting on this shit are mainly media guys. So, like, it makes sense, like, why they would, like, slight Bill Belichick. It makes no sense why he's not in.
I don't know. Based on the media reaction when that news came out yesterday, I don't think that it's the
yes, but you got to think these are like retired old media guys. These aren't like.
One of the voters said that he felt duty bond to cast his votes for the senior candidates, looking at the possibility that it is their last chance to make the Hall of Fame.
Wow, that's cool. They should have got it voted in last year because Bill Belichick was due this
All
year.
3 have been long deserving of inductions into the Hall of Fame, so I wanted to vote for them so they could get in before Belichick. So we're going off our feelings now. Okay, I'm glad that's what the Hall of Fame has been decided on.
That's the problem with all these voting things. This is why for a long time, I haven't gave a fuck about all pros. MVPs obviously matter because like it's such a massive thing. But everything that's voted on by these media members, these people who played football and were prominent 30 fucking years ago, is a little like it's fine most of the time when they have like their biases and some people get passed up. But when it is clear cut and dry, Bill Belichick not being a first ballot Hall of Famer, it's like, okay, it's this. It's Barry Bonds being held out of the Hall of Fame. It's fucking T.O. when they made him wait a few years because they didn't like him fucking celebrating after touchdowns. Like, that's the kind of shit that ruins Hall of Fames, that fucking discredit it.
If the guy like, if it's a guy like
It's
OJ
enough.
Simpson, where they actually do something that is like genuinely like illegal and it is a bad thing that they do, I understand. But when it is just, yeah, he was just kind of an asshole, wasn't he? He didn't like if Marshawn Lynch played a little longer and like he was like had a really good end of his career and he was on terms to be first ballot, they're like, yeah, we're not gonna put him in because remember when you he did that interview and he said he didn't want to get fined and he didn't answer any of the questions? Get him out of here.
What it is though. That is comparable to what the fuck this is.
I feel like that alone should get him into the Hall of Fame. That is
there's something that I watched and it fucking I got one last stat about Belichick I'm gonna read after this, and it kind of
what a stat.
You know, like the NBA, MLB,
Donnie,
all these.
I need you to stop. I need you to stop. Start over.
Yeah,
Couldn't hear any of that first part.
What did I say?
As soon as you started, you
talking,
froze.
it cut out and it froze for a minute.
Yeah, fucking yeah.
Roll from the top.
Something that I saw that I agreed with, like what Marshall said about O.J. Simpson and like people like that who get in the Hall of Fame and like they're disgraced, whatever. The NFL, the NBA, the MLB, all these major sport leagues, they need to send a fucking memo out to their voters. Like, quit with the emotions of what the guy was off the field, maybe what he did. Like, you have to base these guys based on what they did on the field, on the court, and hold them to that level. Because it's bullshit that, like, Barry Bonds was a Hall of Famer. Not to get into it. He was a Hall of Famer before he ever got popped for steroids. He deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, regardless of the scandal. You can not like him for this scandal. You can be like, me personally, I don't like Barry Bonds because of what he did. But what he did was still Hall of Fame worthy. Bill Belichick, what he did, yeah, he did a lot of sketchy
Again,
shit.
unless they murder or rape someone, I agree.
Yeah, but even then.
No, not even then. No.
Listen, even then, because people are bringing that kind of shit up about this. Shit we don't talk about. There's a fucking, like, actual Klansman in the fucking MLB Hall of Fame. Karl Malone is in the NBA Hall of Fame. Do we want to talk about what that fucking guy did, what he's notorious for? Like,
I would prefer not to.
It is actual, yes, but it's actual bullshit. Like, why are we picking and choosing what gets excused and what doesn't get excused? It needs to be, okay, fucking, obviously you're not going to have a big ceremony for some scumbag that gets voted in. But, like, if they deserve to be in based on what they did on the field, coaching, playing, whatever, they should be in. Like, it shouldn't be a fucking popularity contest. And that's what's so annoying about the Bill Belichick thing. Last thing, Marshall's not here, but
no, I'm here. I just had to hold on. I'm fixing something.
So I saw this graphic. Bill Belichick obviously got snubbed. First ballot coaches inducted into the Hall of Fame post 1990. Bill Belichick has 8 Super Bowls. All the rest of them that have been first ballot since 1990 have 8 combined.
Yeah, that's fucking wild.
He has 17 division titles, while Shula had 15, Noel had 9, Landry had 13. So he fucking tops those legendary guys in that. He had 31 playoff wins. Shula had 19, Noel had 16, Landry had 22. Like, it's not that a guy got snubbed that should be in. It is, if this guy isn't first ballot for whatever reason, literally nobody can ever be first ballot ever again in the history of the sport.
For real.
Like, that's what's the bullshit of it.
Yeah, that's facts. That's absolutely facts. All right. Well, like I said, we're not going to do our Super Bowl picks and Super Bowl MVP picks today. We'll do that next week. So, Dallas, roll us into trivia.
So I got
before we do Dallas's trivia,
oh, yeah.
I do have a real quick one that I think could be fun.
Okay.
If you guys are down.
Oh, fun.
For some reason it happens to be Dallas's trivia, and I just stole your entire
probably not
thing.
But
so I got this sent to me. Shout out to Kendall Baker on Twitter for this stat.
Shout out.
But if Drake May and the Patriots win the Super Bowl, the University of North Carolina will be the 6th college all time to produce both a Super Bowl winning quarterback and a U.S. president.
I did see this. I did see this.
Okay, well
You
then
say
you
six
might want to
I
sit this
will
one
not
out.
part.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
So
said six
obviously
universities?
only they will be the 6th. So there's currently only 5. But if
I can't believe there's 5.
Yeah,
Like,
it's-
that's
isn't that crazy? Okay, so we'll get to that in a second. But like I said, if Drake May wins, the president that went to the University of North Carolina was James K. Polk. I won't make you name the quarterback and the president for every university, but if you could just take some shots in the dark and try and name the other 5, I thought it would be fun. So
Um, don't know where to start.
I have a
some
guess.
of them were kind of wild. I mean, you
I
can
have-
think
I have a
about where
guess.
some guys went to school that won Super Bowls.
At least 4 of 5 of these are wild universities. I guarantee it. The one that
No.
I mean, the
I
first
would
one,
say two.
There's only one I
two-
think I
two,
know for
maybe
sure.
3 are kind of wild.
There's
The
only
first-
one I know for sure.
Which
okay,
one?
what's one you know for sure?
Fire it off.
Gerald Ford.
The school.
What school?
Oh, Michigan. Sorry.
There you go. Michigan is one of them. They had Brady, obviously, and then Gerald
Michigan legends,
I
baby.
knew
Michigan
General,
legend Gerald Ford.
I knew General Ford went to a college and like that was going to be. I didn't know he went to the University of Michigan.
Yeah, well, he's from Michigan, so
I knew he's from Michigan. I figured he went to a school like around here.
Didn't Gerald Ford also play football for Michigan?
Oh yeah, like he was a football guy, like certified. I think he was actually good too. Like he wasn't just on the team. He was
Yeah, dude.
like a good player.
He was the backup to Barry Sanders.
He was a center and linebacker
For-
for Michigan from 1932 to 1934. He was voted the Wolverines MVP in 1934.
Come on,
Played
yeah,
in the
That's what I'm saying, like, I
1935
think he
East
was
West
a
Conference
guy.
All-Star
Like,
game.
Yeah,
That's
he
kinda
wasn't
wild.
just
that dude.
Okay,
wasn't
so we
just
got
a player.
Michigan. There are 4 other colleges that you need to pick.
I mean, I feel like Michigan's got to be the biggest college, but the first one that I
It
thought
is. It is.
the
What?
first one that I thought of was Notre Dame.
No, not Notre Dame. You would think, right? But no.
I just
not
think
Notre
I'm
Dame.
thinking like old universities that's always been prestigious.
Notre Dame's a Catholic school. I don't know that there's been too many Catholic presidents. I think there's been like 3
Buddy,
or 4.
I can't even tell you what Catholicism is. I fucking
It's Catholicism, but
that's what I thought. I thought that was the
do you want some conferences?
Sure, that'll help the guy who doesn't know what's on college football.
I'll give you guys a hint. One of the presidents was in our lifetime.
Yeah,
Obama.
not Obama.
In our like, there's fucking 3. There's 3 or 4 that's been.
There you narrow it down. You know, one of them didn't go to college, so there's that.
Yeah.
Was George Washington like a sneaky he was like
No.
6 he was like 6'3", bro. Like he could have been he should be
Marshall,
running
were you
routes.
alive during George Washington? I don't even know.
It's close.
For a second, I thought he meant George Bush and just.
That's what I
said
thought he
Washington.
That's what I thought he meant too.
Still would have been wrong though.
What about like
Give us a conference. Is there any conference more than?
what about
Sorry,
Miami?
say that again.
I said, is there any like conference that's given us more than one? So like 2 teams.
No, I don't think so. Give me one real quick second.
What about Miami?
Which one?
University of Miami, Florida.
No,
Wrong Miami.
Miami of Ohio.
it's Miami of Ohio. They
Damn
produced
it.
Big Ben
What?
and William Henry Harrison.
Yeah, don't know that president. Don't know that motherfucker at all.
Just what about Miami? Which one?
I forgot what the fucking topic is. A president and a Super Bowl MVP.
Super Bowl
Or
winning
Super Bowl
quarterback.
winning.
Oh my god, that narrows it down so much.
Okay, so there is none of them share a conference. So you've got Michigan and Miami of Ohio. You have 3 more.
Miami of Ohio.
Was there a quarterback just back then that just won and went to Harvard?
Maybe a different Ivy League.
No.
Yale?
Yale?
No.
In a different Ivy League. What are you talking
wow.
about?
Is this school not an Ivy League? I could be wrong.
No, I think I know which one you're talking about. It is not an Ivy League.
I was gonna say I'd be shocked if an Ivy League produced a quarterback in the NFL, let alone fucking. What a
Our lifetime. So George W. Bush? I don't know. Is he the
what's
More recent.
Obama?
No.
I already said
reason.
Obama. Joe Biden.
Joe Biden. What school?
Don't fucking know.
The quarterback was Joe Flacco. That went to
Delaware.
the same school. Delaware.
Delaware.
Yes, Delaware.
Delaware legend.
All right, so you got two more schools left.
I knew Joe Biden went somewhere in the Northeast. I just didn't know what college.
One of these schools has produced 2 quarterbacks and 1 president. Like by itself.
Yeah, I'm a history buff. I should kind of. All right,
This
let me
was
let
the school I thought was an Ivy League for a second.
me go down the line.
Oh,
of
this is the
presidents.
school? I thought you
Yeah.
thought Delaware was an Ivy League.
No.
Delaware's an Ivy League.
Yeah, not a
What about-
chance.
All of the
What-
Ivy League schools are in that region. That's
Yeah,
not
but
that crazy.
still.
I believe Jimmy Carter went to Georgia Tech. Maybe.
No.
Damn,
Well, I mean, he might have, but he's not.
I was going to say, the problem is the quarterback. The
I was
quarterback's
gonna
probably
say,
the
you
hardest.
also got to think about
I'm just trying to name presidents at this point. Just relevant colleges. Like
one of these schools is in the Pac-12, even still to this day.
Washington State.
No.
What's that 50-50 chance?
I was gonna say that honestly wasn't a bad guess.
First Marshall with the 50-50 Miami. Then Donnie with the 50-50 Pac-12.
Who the fuck goes to Oregon State? What are we doing?
Oh wait, I lied.
Oh,
I
Colin
lied. I
liar.
forgot. I forgot.
Colin,
I
the
forgot. They are
college
no
of
longer
all nowhere?
in the Pac-12. My
Colin's
bad.
a scumbag.
So is
I don't know if
it
we
is it
realize this.
Oregon? Is it Oregon?
Where
No,
the
it is not.
ACC
It is
now?
not Oregon.
Is it Washington?
No, they're not in the Big Ten. They are in the ACC.
I thought they were ACC.
Duke.
No, I said they were in the Pac-12 originally, and now they're in the ACC.
Oh, yeah, Duke was in the Pac. For some reason, I was thinking Duke was in the Pac-12. I can't remember.
Oh.
They're on the fucking Pac-12. Fucking Utah? Like,
I will also give you a hint. This was the team that Michigan State beat in the 2014 Rose Bowl.
Stanford. Fucking
Stanford.
Yes.
Hey, you knew that? That's
Stanford
MSU ball
produced-
knowledge from Donnie right there.
It's because of that
Because of
Dunham's
John
football.
Elway
Yes!
and
That
Jim-
because of the
Dunham's
Dunham's
football, man.
fault.
All
You
right,
think
your
I knew
last-
that off the top of my head? I had to read
I think you did.
that motherfucker 8,000 times.
I think you did.
I love that
All right,
Dell
your last
immediately
team.
recognized.
Can you
where
give us the
we're both
president?
doing that. It's
No,
great.
because then you're just gonna look it up.
Wait, what is
Why wouldn't I just look it up already? If I was gonna look it up,
I
why
mean,
wouldn't I
you
just
could.
look it up
You could.
already? I just want the president, so at least know like
No.
the timeline.
You have one more. You have one more school to guess.
Are you going to give us the conference?
The American Athletic Conference.
Oh, fuck. Cincinnati.
No.
No, they're
They're
in the Big
12.
are they-
Congratulations.
God damn it.
Uh,
I hate college
You have
football.
not been keeping up with conference realignment. That's crazy.
I know you said that, but I
Sorry,
just
Mike.
want to. I know you said the American Athletic, but I just want to say Bowling Green. Just shout out Bowling Green. You know,
I appreciate the shout out, but it is not. It is not Bowling Green.
is it like Texas State or something?
No,
I'm giving you guys a hint.
Arizona?
no. Arizona is in the Big 12.
Oh, Navy or Army?
Which one?
Which one? 50-50.
Navy.
Gotta be Army.
No, it's Navy.
Yes. Let's go.
It was earlier. You said Jimmy Carter. You said, did Jimmy Carter go to Georgia Tech? And no, Jimmy Carter went to Navy.
I can't believe we didn't guess Army or Navy. That should have been our first guesses. Like
What
military.
was the quarterback that won it for Navy?
Staubach.
Classic.
Yeah, that part I could have guessed.
So
I
yeah,
guess I
that's
should've
my
thought about
fun little
quarterbacks.
trivia. You don't have to include a Dallas if you don't want to, but
I thought we should have thought about quarterbacks who's actually won the Super Bowl. That probably would have been a good way to know.
It's almost like
I was
said
thinking
that.
pure presidents.
It's almost like I said that.
I was thinking pure presidents, and for some reason, like I don't even know what I was thinking. I was not thinking about the quarterback part.
I got 2 things, kind of quick. So the first one, I want you guys just to listen and then react afterwards. If you have
Okay.
feedback or input of people I missed, let me know. So since Sam Darnold and the Seattle Seahawks have made it to the Super Bowl, I have the 3 biggest losers in terms of players because of this event of them going to the Super Bowl. So I have an honorable mention and then 3 players that are the biggest losers of this situation. All right.
Okay.
Of just Darnold going to the Super Bowl.
Of Darnold and the Seahawks. So it's like the combo. Starting off with my honorable mention, Tyler Lockett is a top 4 loser in this situation. Tyler Lockett joined the Seahawks in 2015, coming off back-to-back Super Bowl appearances, put in 10 years as a wide receiver for the team. He immediately leaves, and they immediately go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I saw that. As well.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's an
unfortunate. I
honorable
really did not
mention.
realize that was his playing timeline. Of he joined them after they made those Super Bowls.
Yep.
Didn't make a single one. Didn't even really get close, honestly.
They didn't even have a lot of
For that whole-
success in those years.
No, not really.
Like
There was that one year, the year the Falcons went to the Super Bowl, they lost to them in the divisional round, and that was kind
they
of a
kept
tough
making the
draw for them.
playoffs, and then they would lose in like
They would lose in like the wild
round.
card round or the divisional round. But
All right,
Or
so
no.
getting into the top three. Number 3, I got JJ McCarthy. Michigan legend himself is one of the biggest losers in this situation because Sam Darnold won 14 games with the Vikings, then leaves and he puts up the season he did. And Sam Darnold is now potentially going to be your Super Bowl MVP if they win the Super Bowl. So
I would move Tyler Lockett and
I-
JJ McCarthy off rip.
No. I would.
That's McCarthy's fault.
I wouldn't say JJ specifically, but in the same vein, I would say KOC. I think KOC took a hit because like he did the big brain like I can even win with JJ McCarthy if I could win with Sam Darnold, and then it's like, well, guess what, dude? You're not
No, you
as
can't.
great as you think you are. You still need somebody who can complete a pass to run the offense.
all right, number 2 biggest loser, Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield lost his storyline and gave it to Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold took this man's storyline of being
I was going to say,
casted
everything you
out.
predicted about Baker came true for Sam Darnold this season.
Sam Darnold
Number
took this
one
man's
seed,
story.
made it to the Super Bowl, probably going to win the Super Bowl.
Baker still beat him like week 3, so it's even to me.
That's true. True. Head to head. Head to head is what matters.
Head to
Scoreboard.
But yeah, Baker's storyline is basically Sam Darnold's storyline, and if there's gonna be a movie made, it's gonna be Sam Darnold's movie, and Baker's just gonna be sitting there potentially.
They were on the same team at one point on the Panthers squad.
They were exactly
Baker-
their paths
Baker was a
crossed.
DN. Baker was actually a DN on that team.
Yeah,
and let's
Practice
just say
squad.
they made the right decision going with Bryce Young.
did they?
Mhm.
Soon to be determined.
No, it's determined.
Nope.
And
Hey,
then
who made the playoffs? The Panthers or the Bucks?
Who gives a fuck?
And number 1 biggest loser is Geno Smith. This man, Geno Smith, decided to leave the Seahawks. The Seahawks wanted him to stay. They wanted Geno Smith. He decided to leave, go to Vegas, get more money. And what happens to the
They
Seahawks?
traded him.
He wanted to leave,
because he
though.
wanted out.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought
he wanted
more
out.
money. I thought he wanted a new contract.
Either way, he
Okay.
wanted out. He went to Vegas, and what are they? Oh, yeah, the number 1 overall pick. And guess what?
And he's about
He-
to get
He's going to get
ousted
benched.
for Fernando Mendoza.
He's gonna get pitched. Where are the Seahawks in the Super Bowl with Sam Darnold? So I think Geno Smith is the biggest loser.
We just gotta, because you brought him up, we gotta revisit the take
Yes.
of me
Hold on.
preseason saying
And
I
Donnie
would
said
rather
that he
have
would
Sam
still
Darnold
rather have Geno
than
Smith.
Geno Smith, and Donnie tried to come after me for it, and now look where we are.
I was gonna bring it up for you guys as soon as Geno Smith got said. One of my literally bad takes optically is Geno is better than Sam Darnold after the year we've seen. And Marshall, you like to call me stubborn a lot, and I don't agree with it, but there are moments.
that's the definition of being stubborn right there.
No, I said I don't agree, but I can see I have moments.
Moments.
Because sitting right here today, watching Sam Darnold make the Super Bowl, I still agree with my take all those months ago.
that's
I
crazy.
just
That's
Guys,
crazy.
guys.
So
He
Geno,
is
Sam
Geno
Darnold-
would have them in the same position.
Sam Darnold good for as like a person. Like that's cool that he
would
went
Geno
from.
have them in the same position? Yes or no? If the
No.
answer is
They
no,
missed the
you can take
playoffs
that
last
to
I-
year, by the way.
I don't see why. I think the just player for player. I know Sam Darnold's coming off the 2 best years, like statistically seen in a while. I don't think the drop off from Sam Darnold is that big at all. If
Probably
you give
about
him,
15 quarterbacks.
if you give them the exact same stuff, I think they're both in the spot where
You
like
did. I mean, he was on Seattle last year and didn't make the playoffs.
yes, but Seattle last year to this year is a different.
Not that big of a difference.
No, I mean literally it is. But anyway,
Name 3 big reasons.
what do you mean?
They
Three
actually
big reasons?
lost. They lost
The
DK.
schedule- Well, they played an entirely different schedule. They had different injuries. They had different what the fuck are we talking about now? No, I think if you get like I think
Named him.
if Sam Darnold was on the Raiders at the beginning of this year, I still think the Raiders get the number 1 pick. I don't think you know what I mean. Like, I don't think they win.
No, I
7.
don't know what you mean. Not at all. Not even a little bit.
I'm saying if you give them both the same talent level, the team's going to end up in the same spot.
We did. Sam Darnold had the same talent level. He had, if not more, he had DK along with JSN last year.
The fucking JSN was not what JSN was this year. JSN went from a good
because Sam Darnold came in and made him amazing.
Okay, no, let's just start there. No. Anyway, I understand right now, like sitting here, it's not a good take optically.
Yeah, it was never a good take.
It was never a good take.
I just like
Sam Darnold could have been mid as hell this year, and I still would have taken him over.
This is like when like all those, not to fucking bring it back, but like all those years,
had that
like,
one game, and he had that one post game quote about they wrote me off and I didn't write back.
Gino was bad on the.
That was it.
That
was all that Gino's legacy was in Seattle. Was that like 3-week insanity run, and he was terrible.
He was good though.
He was not really that good.
Is he a top 15 quarterback, Gino? Because Sam Darnold is.
Not currently, but we'll see what
he wasn't coming into this year regardless.
Yeah, he wasn't coming into the year either.
Yes, he was.
No, he was not.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, Dallas, moving on. What's second?
Like, I still believe in Gino. Gino proved hey, he's the first person.
Prove what wrong? He's a bench player now. Congrats.
He's gonna be right.
Listen. He's the first person ever. He's the first person ever to get written off. Didn't write him back. Getting written off again.
You know that's Sam Darnold. That's Sam Darnold's story you're talking.
The pencil broke.
Right. I was going to say the Sam Darnold turnaround.
Gino's
failures
this year,
and this is what happened.
Gino's failures this year were largely because Chip Kelly was calling plays that fucking the offense didn't know. So that's Chip Kelly being a piece of shit. So. And Pete Carroll is like 900 years old, so I think he might have dementia. That might be what.
All right, well then he can beat Fernando.
You also had the Pete Carroll-led Raiders in the playoffs this year.
I cannot believe it didn't work out for the Raiders. Who knew that an offensive line was important?
Who knew the Raiders would be ass? Oh yeah, majority of the people in the world.
Who knew that having a good defense and offensive line was important to winning football games? I couldn't fucking imagine.
All right. So now that the season is basically summed up as a whole, we have the top 10 selling jerseys this season.
Oh, hell yeah.
You guys are going to guess who the top 10 jersey sales are. So Colin, start us off. Who's in the top 10?
Can we get a top 10 lowest selling jerseys and see Tom Kennedy at 2?
We should do that next week.
Tom Kennedy would be at 2.
No, Tom Kennedy
bought 2 of them.
I guarantee there's somebody out there without a jersey sold. Tom Kennedy, I guarantee.
Well, I would hope you bought one.
He's at 1. Since I got the Seahawks jersey on, I'm going to throw out JSN.
JSN is number 8.
I'm surprised he's on there, to be honest. Just because it's Seattle.
Drake May.
Drake May is number 4.
Real? I thought he'd be number 1 with a bullet. Man. Let's fucking me up now. Somebody else who let's go. I mean, I don't want to start guessing the basic guys already, but like Josh Allen's gonna be on there.
Yep, Josh Allen is number 2.
Micah Parsons.
No Micah Parsons. I do like that.
I thought he would sneak in there at 10 with all those Packers jerseys.
What about Jahmyr Gibbs?
No Jahmyr Gibbs.
Ooh. I was going to go Jahmyr Gibbs, and then I pivoted.
This is probably too early for a sneaky pull. Actually, I think I'm going to say that one. Give me Mahomes.
No Mahomes.
That's fucking wild.
What about Aaron Rodgers' Steelers jersey?
Aaron Rodgers, number 5.
Yeah, that's a good thought.
Steelers have some diehard fans.
What about Travis Hunter?
No Travis Hunter.
Lamar.
No Lamar.
Sticking with the Steelers, TJ Watt.
No TJ Watt.
Damn.
Steelers had two
What
of the top
about
10 selling jerseys after going fucking 10-7 for the 80th time in a row.
what about
Give
Caleb
the Steelers
Williams?
fan the Medal of Honor. Good.
They already do deserve one.
Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams, number 1.
Can't believe I hadn't thought about Caleb.
Wow, really?
Number 1.
Number 1.
Holy shit, man.
That's actually wild.
I'm going to go with kind of a sneaky pull here. Let me get George Pickens.
No George Pickens.
Cowboys jerseys always so stupid. He's the only new guy they got. But Brandon Aubrey might be on this list. Colin, guess it.
No.
Of everybody in the world, Colin hates kickers. It
I
would
was
not
gonna
be a
say, I
kicker.
was like, you think
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess a kicker? Are you stupid?
We are missing number 3, 6, 7, 9, and 10.
God damn it.
Sleeper agent, sorry.
Got out of control there.
I have a feeling just because of how much their clips and everything blew up that one of the two main Giants rookies are on here, but I'm gonna go with Jackson Dart.
No
Like the 10th
Jackson
spot.
Dart.
Damn.
What about Saquon?
No Saquon.
I really don't know. This team doesn't have a big enough fan base. But I'm trying to think of somebody who like popped off at some point. Let me get Daniel Jones.
No Daniel Jones.
Bo Nix.
Bo Nix is number 6.
That's a good one.
I don't know, because it's like I'm just trying to think of the fan perspective of like where people think. CeeDee Lamb.
No CeeDee Lamb.
Dak.
No Dak.
Okay, so there's no
Um, this might be a throwaway, but I gotta go with the other Giants rookie. Give me Cam Scattaboo.
No Scat.
Damn. All right.
Did we already guess Christian McCaffrey?
You did not, and he's not on there.
we're not in like the crapshoot.
We are.
We
It's gonna
can
be
guess
some
there.
random.
I mean,
game.
there's always like the top 5 are always good, and then it's like, okay, well, just people are fucking dumb sometimes.
Yeah, we're missing 3, 7, 9, and 10.
Please, God, I want to be wrong. There's no way this person's in the top 10. But let me get Shador Sanders.
Number 3.
He was the third most
Shit.
sold jersey this year.
Shador, Pro Bowl quarterback Shador Sanders.
Oh my god!
Okay,
Wrap it up. We're done.
little bit of a timeout. So, like, I understand
Did someone say time?
I understand. Timeout. I understand. Sometimes, like, we get a guy like Tebow or Manziel that like come into the league, and like I liked Tebow when he was in the league, and like I thought Manziel, even though I wasn't.
I
a
feel
huge
like that
fan.
tracks.
I don't like legit. I don't know anybody who actually likes Shador. Like I've never met
You're
anybody.
looking at
like,
him.
I've never like there was people that were like obsessed with Tebow and obsessed with Manziel. I haven't met a single person that's like, yeah, I fuck with Shador. Like everybody I know,
It
they-
might be just Deion Sanders. You might have bought them all.
legit. Like I don't understand where all these people are. I thought it was a joke that
That's
people.
what
like.
that's what his salary has actually been going towards this year. Paying for his own
I just
jersey.
thought it was funny because earlier in the year, I brought up the top selling jerseys from 2015, and number 2 was also a Browns player in Joe Hayden. I don't know,
Oh,
like
man.
there's something about the Browns fan base. They pick one guy and buy
they
all of their
are-
jerseys.
They are clinging. They are so desperate for a start. They're trying to manufacture one from buying jerseys. Like if we buy enough jerseys, he might actually become good. Is what they're trying to do.
All right, Colin.
Holy Shador fucking Sanders is on this list.
What about Ashton
Ahead of-
Genty?
No Genty.
Ahead of Patrick Mahomes is fucking
I was
absurd.
like, Mahomes wasn't even on the list.
I'll give you.
Gotta
I'll give you. I'll let
because
you
they
guys finish
got
the cycle, but go
because
ahead.
they got engaged. Travis Kelsey.
No Travis Kelsey.
We're into the nitty gritty now.
After Donnie goes, I'll give you guys the positions of the remaining 3 players.
One of them's definitely a quarterback. For sure.
Which numbers do we have left?
You have 7, 9, and 10. Yeah, put your
I don't see
fucking
this
hands
person.
down.
I don't think he'd sell a bunch of jerseys, but I mean, I'm just trying to think of who's having a great year. Is Stafford on here?
No Stafford.
Is Shiloh Sanders on?
You got to custom make those. So the remaining positions is wide receiver, quarterback, defensive player.
Colin, you're up.
I can't remember if we've said him or not. But I remember he was one of the top ones last year. Is the wide receiver Amon Ra?
It is not Amon Ra.
Is the defensive player Fred Warner?
It is not Fred Warner.
I mean, Brown fans are crazy. It has to be Myles Garrett.
It's Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
I'm shocked when he
At number 10.
As
Myles
soon as
Garrett at
he
10.
said, as soon as he said defensive player, I was like, it has to be Myles Garrett. There's no other person it could be.
Terrion Arnold actually sneaking in there at number 10. That was ridiculous.
Tariq Woolen
bad.
boosted in
got-
sales
Who'd
after
you
that
say- who'd you
penalty.
say his last position was?
Wide receiver, quarterback.
Oh, I forgot I didn't get the wide receiver one.
Donnie, you're up.
No, he just said
No,
Garrett.
he just said
I just
Myles
said Myles
Garrett.
Garrett. I mean, I'd go again.
Oh my bad.
No. I mean, he just won a Super Bowl last year. Is it Jalen Hurts?
No, not Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is ass.
Is it Sam Darnold?
It is not Sam Darnold.
Okay, I just had
Not
to.
yet. They're like, you got to play more than one season for us, guy.
I really hung up on who the receiver could be.
Guess TK.
I didn't buy enough jerseys. Okay.
But the fact that I didn't buy enough jerseys.
I just feel like I don't know, there has to be the quarterback has to be somebody like younger. I don't think anybody is a Titans fan. Give me Cam Warner.
You were right. Nobody is a Titans fan. It's not Cam Warner.
There's no way. Like this rookie quarterback
Did you
class
say
is
the
not
Did you say
popular.
the quarterback is spot number 9 on this list?
Correct.
Is it JJ?
It's not JJ.
Damn.
That would have been hilarious.
If JJ cracked the top 10 after how he just played,
I mean,
I
there
don't
was a
even-
lot of hype on him coming into the year. Could have been early sales, you know.
I guess, buddy. I guess.
I mean, shit, he was supposed to be better than
Shador Sanders was
Super
number
Bowl
3, so I guess I don't know
MVP
shit about
Darnold.
ball.
Is Brock Purdy on there?
Brock Purdy is
That's-
number 9.
I have a 49ers logo on my wall, and I kept thinking that. I was like, "There's no way."
You have a 49ers logo on your wall?
Well, I have all the pamphlets from all the games hung up, and
Oh,
one of them was 49ers. So I don't have a fucking 49ers logo. Just
That's what you said.
It's actually part
big
of the
49ers guy secretly. This is the whole time.
Man, that must conflict with your Rams fandom.
Haha.
Wide receivers, the last one at number 7.
Who the fuck could this guy be?
Probably a wide receiver.
Wow. Whose guess?
Yours, actually.
Fuck, dude. Who's? I can't think of any wide receiver that like.
Is he in the
first-
AFC or the NFC?
NFC.
This is a crazy pull, but he did so good for so long. Is it Emeka Buka?
It is not.
That's actually a good pull. Ooh, I got a pull.
One of two
Huh.
guys.
I got 2 guys as well.
There's only 2 guys it could be that I can think of. Go, go.
Stick with the box. Is it Mike Evans?
This is not Mike Evans.
Is
That'd
it Justin
be
Jefferson?
fucking wild. He missed
It's
almost all
not
year.
Justin Jefferson.
Fuck.
That wasn't either of the guys I was thinking of. Is it Puka?
It is Puka Nakua.
My other guess
For
was
some
going
reason, I
Doomsday.
thought we already guessed Puka.
My
Yeah.
other guess was going to be Devontae Adams, but I didn't think he was that popular.
My other guess was going to be Roma
That
Dunze.
Aiden Ross stream really did numbers for his sales.
I was going to say Puka. I mean,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
like Puka was popular for saying some dumb shit for like a good 2 weeks. Plus, he's one of the best players in football. So,
All
Yeah.
right. Well, that is it for this week's pod. We will be back next week to make our Super Bowl picks.
hold on. Before you do, Royal Rumble picks, guys, the biggest
Okay.
event of the weekend.
All right.
Who we got?
And while we're at the
No.
NASCAR clashes this weekend, if you guys want to make our
Randy-
picks for that too, we can
Wow.
make the picks for that. But since we don't have time, we're going to just move on and
I'm
end the
thinking
podcast.
Randy Orton.
We will see you next week for our Super Bowl picks
Alex,
in the
you're there?
last week of football.
Alex?
Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you guys next week. Peace.